Check 1 2 1 2. All right, I promise. I promise to get a new album up here, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. What do we got? Do you come from a London? Welcome back to Life the Germ. We went crazy today. Just finished a little 12-hour shift. It just gets to the point where you just become a little delirious. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I got to work today so tired. Had a cup of Joe. Woke up, locked in all day. And I pretty much blinked, and it was like 4, and then like 4 to 7 was brutal. Like that's when stuff started to slow down. But it was a good day. I slept over at my buddy's place last night. Shout out Ethan. He's we call him Coach E for short. He's gonna be my coach, trying to get me to qualify for the Boston Marathon. So I'm about like 4 or 5 months out. So we're just gearing up, and I haven't seen the guy in like forever. So forever as in like a week. But I was like, yeah, like um the only way we could actually run together yesterday was if I like slept over. So I was like, yeah, let's send it, bro. And then we worked out. We ran this morning together. He likes to go into work super early. So I was like, I might as well go in too. And it just ended up being like a super long day. But I got like my really close friend Alex coming out in 4 days now. So it's one of those things where I'm like, I kind of want to test how far I can go with myself until I like fully burn out, because I have a week off starting on Friday. So it's like, I might as well just push it as much as I can. That's kind of the mindset I'm in right now. And I still feel pretty good. Like I definitely feel a little out of it, but yeah, it's just the calories, bro. Like, how do people casually just skip a meal? Like, I can't do that. I like, if I don't, I'm just like, I'm useless. Like, I really am. And that like showed after, once it got to like dinner time, I was like, oh my gosh, I just want to go. Like, it was terrible, but we made it. Other than that, I went to a really good grill out this past weekend. That was sick. Shout out the homies for setting up the grill out. Um, it just felt like home, good food, good people, summertime. Like, it's such a vibe. Like, I really enjoyed myself. Um, so yeah, looking forward to more grill outs this summer. Um, but yeah, other than that, story hour. What do I have for story hour? Oh, this is a great one. This is one that isn't really well, maybe it is funny for you guys, but I was pissed off when this happened. Just another reason why like bikers and runners we just don't get along. And I'm gonna let bygones be bygones. Like that, if they want to be like that, they can be like that. But basically, I'm I'm running yesterday, trying to just get my mileage in. I woke up pretty late, so I went out at like 10, and of course it was already like 80, so I'm just sweating bullets. And there's just a nice wide sidewalk for plenty of people to share, right? Keep this in the back of your mind. And okay, so let's break this down here. I'm on the right side like I should be, right? There's a walker in front of me, a guy that's like walking, right? I'm running. So eventually I'm going to pass him, right? And I'm like closing in on this guy, right? And at the same time, there's bikers like coming at me. So probably like 5 bikers. They're taking up a lot of the sidewalk, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll like get behind this guy and just wait for the bikers to pass, and I'll pass this dude. Probably between the walker and me, probably like 10 feet of room, right? If that. I mean, I think it might have been closer to like 5 or 6. Like, it was narrow, right? All of a sudden, dude comes from behind me on a bike. And okay, here's the old dude, here's me, right? And there's this little like seven, I don't know, 5 to 7 foot gap. Squeezes his bike right in there because the bikers are coming, right? So he has to get over. Couldn't like go behind me, like totally cut me off. I had to slow way down, and I was like, I was literally like, "Are you serious?" Like I was literally talking to the guy. I was like, "Are you serious?" Like I was so mad. So, and then this is where it kind of gets like funny, but also just like got me even more mad. So I was just pissed, and I had just had all this adrenaline and energy all of a sudden, obviously, and so I just went into the grass, and I was like, I'm just gonna pass both these people because this is so annoying. Like, and I like hopped out onto the grass, and as I was like re going onto the sidewalk, there's like I don't know, it's only in Denver I think I see this, but they put these big pieces of like sod that are like they're big. I'm not even sure why they're there. Um, but then they put them in the ground with these like wooden stakes that probably come up like 6 inches like high, so they're like fairly tall. And as I'm re-entering, I just don't think I was really paying attention because I was like livid. I was so mad. Um, I like clipped one of those with my foot, one of the poles, and literally for probably 5 or 6 steps, I'm running, and my back, like my chest is probably like a foot off the ground. Like I'm just like skimming the sidewalk, trying not to just literally face plant and like skin my legs and everything. And then like dude that like cut me off on the bike like goes by me. I don't he said something, I don't know what he said, but luckily I didn't hear him. Otherwise I would have caught up to him, and I don't even know what I would have done. But like um yeah, like thankfully he just sped off, and I was like, "Oh my god." Like I was like in a way I was like he caused that, but also like my like quite honestly my like dumbassery also just caused it, and I was just mad. But yeah, just me and bikers just don't get along cuz like they think they own the road, but like I'm out here grinding, you're out here on your butt like on a bike, you know? It's just like dude, like you got to look out. Like you're going faster than me. You got to like maybe you can like go behind me for 5 seconds and then pass me after. It's just like so mad. But that story hour, not always funny. Maybe you guys thought it was funny, but I looking back now, I thought it is pretty funny. But like in the moment, I was livid. Like, um, but okay, wisdom of the week, mediums. Um, dude, I was like, what am I gonna draw for this? I have no idea, right? And then I thought of it, and I might be the most creative guy known to man, like actually. Um, Very simple, very, very straightforward. I mean, you guys already saw the thumbnail, so it's not really a surprise, I guess. But maybe I'll hide the thumbnail just so I do like keep it in suspense. And like this is the thumbnail, like something crazy like that. Just so you got to build the suspense a little more. But okay, here you go. Ready? Oh my! I should have done this before. 1, 2, 3. What? A blank page? No way. Why do I do that? Because a notebook is a medium to write your notes in, right? Like it's a medium for thoughts, for feelings, for emotions. Um I've addressed this before, kind of like an off the cuff kind of thing in another episode, but I like thought about it more, and I'm like, I want to make this like a whole episode because it is really cool. And I've been starting to do this at work quite a bit more, and I just think it's like pretty sick. Like um, I think this comes in when with any job, even I love my job, right? But like as with anything, like when you do something enough, I've kind of looked at it more of like I don't want to go to work, but there's days that I have more resistance to going to work than others, if that makes sense. I'm still going to go regardless, but there are days when I wake up and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm going to work. And then there's the days where I'm like, oh my God, I have to go to work. And there's this huge, it feels like wall, just like, you shall not go to work, and it's like, so I think there's and it just depends. And like sometimes the resistance is low, other days it's high, other days it's very high. Other days it's so high, especially on like the weekends if I don't feel like it. Like it's so high where I like actually won't go on the weekends because I'm like I would just like hate myself for going. But that doesn't happen too often. Um like but medium sort of gets at this idea of like your 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 body is just simply like a vehicle, right? Or a medium for your job a little bit or for anything that you particularly things you don't like to do, right? And um it sort of removes yourself from the situation a little bit. Like I know some people have talked to me about oh, what is the term for it? Oh, I forget what it's called, but it's like when a person feels like they're like third person in their body. It's not like a good thing. Like people don't like to feel that. I don't think I've ever felt that, but um, that's sort of like what I'm getting at in terms of something that you don't like to do. You sort of just remove yourself from the situation, right? And you're like, well, I don't want to go to work today, but I don't have a choice. So I don't even know. And it's like the next question then becomes like, how do you get to that point, right? And I think it's just a mentality of sort of um, at a certain point you just ignore the feeling, right? Like you don't want to do something so much, but at a certain point like you can sort of just ignore how you feel. And I don't exactly know how I do that. Like I think I just I think it's a matter of like how much it's on your mind, right? Like cuz if you really want to feel something, you're going to like spend majority of your mind like thinking about it, right? And I think for me what I've learned to do is on those days where there's a ton of resistance, I will just simply not really think about it. Like think about something else, right? And I think that's what I kind of do at work. Like it's always weird because there's so much resistance before I go, right? Some days. But then as soon as you get there, like I totally forget that I even had that, right? And you get to 1 o'clock and you're like, oh, what was you I wouldn't even I wouldn't even think about it because I'm so locked in on what I'm doing, you know? And I think it's kind of like that. Like it's like this you sometimes some days you got to get your mind like in like a lawnmower you're like pulling the thing like whoosh, whoosh, and then finally like you like start the engine. Like it's like that. Like it's just like build it up. Come on. Come on. And then as soon as you like walk in the door, you're like, okay, well the engine's going, we're flowing. But like some days it's just not like that. And it might take 10 of these babies to just come on, like just get it going. Um but yeah, I really think it is about like if there are days that like you don't want to do something, I think a lot of people can relate. Like specifically a job, it just takes up so much of your time. There's ultimately going to be days that you don't want to do it. It's like some days, I mean, we all do this, right? But I think the best way to do it is just wake up and be like, you know, today I'm just I'm really just going to set aside my feelings and my body is simply a medium. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to get stuff done. Granted, maybe it won't be as good as like maybe I won't be as productive as like a day where I really want to be there, but I'm still going to get stuff done and you're going to leave the day and you're going to walk away and you're going to be like, "Dang, I didn't want to do that today, but I did it. I got something done." And because of it, you get a little bit stronger, You're like, "Dang, I did that." It's like a confidence thing. Like I pulled a 12 today. I haven't done that in a long time and I'm the king right now. I'm the king. Like I'm like, what up? It's like it just gives you a lot of confidence. You're like, I can do that. Like that if there's days where you need to do that, you can do that, right? And it's like it does give you a lot of confidence and kind of like gauges where you're at. Like how much can I take, right? Um And I think particularly when you need to take a lot, it's best to just remove yourself from that situation, not think too deep about it, especially the things that you know you have to do. You know, it's like you got to just remove yourself from that emotion, not suppress it, but just like sort of remove yourself from it, right? And maybe that comes back doubly hard the next day, but some days like that's what you got to do. If you got to get through the week, you got to get through the week. You know, you don't have a choice. And yeah, I think there's something to be said for just seeing yourself as a medium and just like today I'm not in my body. I'm just gonna do like I'm gonna go there and I don't know if this is clicking with you guys. It's hard for me to explain like the feeling I get, but it's just like it is this sort of third person thing where you're like, all right, you know, I'm just gonna do the same old song and dance. Especially when you get a routine going, it's like there isn't that much resistance anyways. Once you get the routine going, your body's like, okay, I know what we're doing. I don't want to do it, but you know, you just do it. So that's mediums. I hope that made sense. Let me know in the comments. I know you guys are really talkative in the comments, so feel free to type paragraphs in there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Life of the Germ. I do have my buddy coming. Yeah, shout out Jackman for the one time. I do have my buddy coming on Friday, and then I'm gonna be on vacation all next week. So yeah, unless I pre-record like later this week, which I'm just gonna be honest, very very small chance. I might be going a week without Life the Germ, which I'm sorry guys, but maybe keep the expectations low. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna post, and then if I do, I mean, you guys better be hyped, you know, because I don't know, especially on vacations, it's just tough for me. Like, I guess I will be bringing my camera, so if I find a spot like on vacation, I'm going to see my buddy in Flagstaff. Shout out Nate, Flagstaff, Arizona. So, um, if I find a place to record there, I guess I will do that. But I don't have any plans to. So, anyways, this is Life the Germ. Hope you guys enjoyed. Delirious hours. We're officially in delirious hours, but mediums. Hope that wasn't too delirious for you. I'm your host Jeremy. Get you in 2 weeks. Peace.